recording now and hopefully streaming. Perhaps. Let me see. OBS, are you doing your thing? You appear to be. Twitch, are you doing your thing? You appear to be. I mean, I can't see the video preview for some reason, but I can see my stream health, and that seems to be okay, so I'm gonna just take it for granted that yes, you're working, and start a new game. Hey guys! And welcome to another episode of Fizzle Plays, or perhaps your first if you're finding me through Twitch, because this is my first time ever using Twitch. Normally I do my thing over on YouTube, and these will probably be uploaded to YouTube at a later date. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, that would explain why you are now seeing this on YouTube at a later date than it first initially aired. But yes, so today I'm going to be checking out, or actually playing, because I've already checked out this game and I enjoy it a lot, I have to say. A game called Sunless Sea. It is a semi-roguelike game where you're basically setting sail upon a giant underground sea in the caves, and you have to avoid the darkness. There's insanity effects and all sorts of random shit that can go down. So, without any further ado, I'm going to dive right in. Here we go. I don't know how good the audio rates are, so let me know if the audio needs to be adjusted at all. But for now, let's just go ahead and assume that we're okay. Captain's making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersee. I'll choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. I could be a street urchin, which gives me bonus to veils, subtlety, and evasion. A poet, which is pages. Don't mind that. That is just a an Untersee bus going across the sea, the vast ocean, rumbling. They tend to travel in packs. Anyways, bonus to pages, which is how you kind of learn things and deals with your secrets, finding, and all that kind of bullshit. Right, veteran. Iron is your damage. Priest, which would give me hearts, which is healing and comes down to some morale choices. Or I could go with philosopher and go with mirrors, which is detection and perception. I'm gonna go with I guess it really boils down to what do I want to actually go for, like, with my motivations. What am I looking for out of life? Another pack of Untersee whales. They're noisy fucks, I know. I need to get this goddamn ship soundproofed. It's not in ship shape, not at all. I'm gonna go with a philosopher and see what I can learn about this great cavernous dark ocean that lies above beyond. Could probably turn up the sound a little bit, actually, because it's very ambient. Background noises. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the Neath, the cavern where London lies, and now they take you out to Z. This will give you a bonus to mirrors, yes, we know. Acquaintance, the plausible surgeon will serve as ship's doctor until you find someone better. Cool. So I got all this shit to start out with. Somebody's looking for passage. Choose an ambition. What does winning mean to me? My father was lost at Z. Immortality. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tails. Wealth. I'm gonna go with a clear goal to pursue and look for my father's bones. My father, he was lost at Z. I never knew him, but I've often dreamed of him. I have to find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Find where he fell and bring him home. And then I can retire to victory, which won't happen this time. I doubt I'm gonna get very far this time, honestly. I will have people dress me as captain. Yes, I am a captain. I need to choose what I look like. Who shall I be? Who do I want to be? I could be like Popeye. It's not like really Popeye. It's more like the captain from Tintin. I forget his name. Goddamn Z-Whales! I'm gonna turn up the audio for the game a little bit because it's much quieter now. Especially when compared to the sea whales. God damn it. Alright. Rin, Tin, and Ticky Tacky 2 is my name. That I am Captain Rin Tin Tin and a Ticky Tacky 2. Apparently. The gracious widow. It is said that she controls half the crime in London. It is said that she is 500 years old. It is said that she can distill spirits that delight the tongue and melt the flesh. It is said that she has paid for a memorial headstone to be set up for your father. What does she know? Let us go and find out. The night under the earth. The widow receives you in utter darkness. Blank as a bandage laid across your eyes. This is usual for the widow. Yes, she says, and her voice is oddly youthful. I have an interest in your father. I had hoped news of the headstone would bring someone looking, and here you are. I have an idea where her bones might be. Perhaps you will help me recover them. But I would like you to cover my expenses first. I need something for my tonics. Scintillac. You can find it in Port Cecil. I understand. You may go. Alright, so we need to find Port Cecil and find a whole unit of Scintillac to bring back. Which will be found near the Khanate. This is where the roguelike aspects of this game come into play. Because every time you start out, unless you very specifically pass down a certain thing to your progeny, or the next character you create, basically, a New Game Plus of sorts, unless you pass down your map, all of the areas that you locate these different places are shuffled around in the darkness, and it's revealed Fog of War style. So it's a very cool aspect of the game where every time you explore, you'll be able to stumble across the same areas in different ways, which can be a blessing and a curse in some ways. Alright, but anyways, let's get back to Fallen London. My stream health seems to be pretty good. Don't have any viewers, but hey, such is life. It is pretty fucking late, honestly, where I am, so I'm not really super duper surprised by this. It's almost 1-ish. It's more like midnight, I guess. Anyways, enough about that. I don't need the tutorial. Advice for captains. I don't need this. I already know all this stuff. I've learned this. I'm gonna sell this book and gain 50 echo, which is the currency of fallen London and the surrounding areas. So let's go into London, because we don't need to do this area until we have the Scintillack. We could go to our lodgings. Let's do that first, actually. Read the morning papers and get some recent news, which we can trade with other people for certain events to happen. It is a sort of item of, I guess. Right. News from abroad. From the unexpurgated, I probably mispronounced that horribly, Gazette, the magazine formerly known as the London Magazine, the spiteful trumpeter. You know, news. The Khane is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Carnelian coast want independence. They always do. The Untersee, the papers report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet it hasn't. You'd know. Oh-ho! A promotional coupon from Mrs. Plenty's Provisioners for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. Right. Cool, I got supplies as well. So that's always a bonus. I don't have any ability to do any of that stuff. So let's go to London. Continue. Yes. Right, so we're in London now. She's the greatest city on the Untersee. And don't you forget it. Visit the Admiralty Survey Office. Sure, I'll do that for now. Shut up. Oh my god, what are you doing driving around this late at night? What is wrong with you? Jesus. The Admiralty's picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays Z captains a small sum for recent information. I can visit and investigate ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. First time you trade in a port report, you'll gain Admiralty's favor, which you can use for various things, like fixing up your ship for cheaper than you normally could. For trading in for fuel at a cheaper price than you normally could. All sorts of goodies like that. So let's find out if they need anything in particular and get better rewards after we come back from our voyage. Well, if we can be assured of your discretion, this port. Speak to our agent there, and in return, we'll see that you're rewarded. So we need to go to Gatorsmorn in the Corsair's Forest, somewhere not far from home waters, and we will get extra stuff. I don't need to do that until I come back with stuffs. Right. Passenger, somebody wants to come with us. Okay. Agree to carry the August travel writer to Gatorsmorn. Yeah, we're going there anyway. Might as well. He's prepared to pay us handsomely for transport and is keen to commission my ship specifically. Nothing creepy about that. Welcome to board. The August traveler writer shakes your hand. His grip is distressingly strong. Thank you. It's Gatorsmorn I'm bound for first, he says. I hear they. Ah! He hurries over to your stoker, who is carrying his steamer trunk up the gangplank. No need to trouble yourselves. Give it here. Remember, Captain, Gatorsmorn. I'll pay you 150 echoes when we arrive. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm sure that'll end up fine. Nothing suspicious at all. Hey, it's my journal. Objectives and story progress are on the right-hand side. Mouse over an icon or click on the category heading to see okay, tutorial, cool stuff, things. This is everything I've collected that pertains to me, and also other stuff. Story. I guess let's go back to London. University is locked right now. I can't carouse at all. Hire on more crew. I have 8 out of 10. I don't really need to do that. I don't need repairs because I have 75 out of 75 hull. I could bring some Toon colonists north, I suppose. Vendor bite? Yeah, let's go to vendor bite as well. Might as well have a bunch of stuff to aim for. It's oddly difficult to die and fall in London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart these ones aboard in padded coffins. They'll sleep there until the journey is done. Okay, so I gotta go and sell them to vendor bait. Cool. Cobangs. New recruits. I don't have that yet. I only have 120. Ships are way out of my price range right now. Jeez. Okay, shops. I know I can do this. I should have disabled you. Why did I click close and not disable you? What am I doing? Okay, 10 fuel's fine. I don't think I have enough to really buy anything. So, yeah, I will just say screw that. My officers, the plausible surgeon. Let's talk to him real quick. Ask about his dyers, and then I cannot talk tonight. His dyer. Are you fucking kidding me? His desires and ambitions. He's traveled much, seen all manner of wound and malady, but is there anything left for him to discover? Any place he wishes to go? My chair is extremely creaky tonight, and I do not know why. Alright. The Chelonate. You know it? They collect corpses. Vast, noble, complicated corpses. What I could learn. What I could see. My dearest Captain, if we ever find ourselves in the Chelonate, I do hope that you might see fit to release me from our arrangement. So we gotta go far east to further his story. Which we'll do eventually. I'm not sure how quickly, but we'll get there. I promise. Don't you worry. Yes, my officers, I can switch them around, but it's not good to switch them around while you're at sea because it fucks with morale, and the crew does not like it at all. You do not want a mutiny. Alright, well, let's head out then. Yes, okay, disable the fucking tutorial. I know how to play the game. Thank you. Close that. And I'm gonna go set sail. Wait a minute. I'm gonna get rid of you as well because you're just gonna sit there in the corner annoying me otherwise. I know how to do this. There's a submarine side quest that I can do in this game, and it's something that I want to try to do eventually, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't you worry. So I'm discovering things already. Bad Steamer's Abyss. You get fragments, which you can then get secrets out of, and then trade those for other things. And it's good. It's good times. I like it. It's very heavily story-based. Oh fuck! I did not mean to use full power. That is not a good thing. I just wasted so much fuel. Oh, I meant to turn my light off. So, basically, what I was trying to say is, trying to demonstrate. You can turn your lights off, but if you do that while you're out at sea. And those, oh hey, what's up, opossum? How's it going? Yeah, I'm trying out Twitch finally, cause I don't have my dual monitor set up back yet, but I have my laptop that I can use to at least interact with the chat. So that'll have to do for now. But yeah, I wanted to actually test out Twitch and see how that works compared to YouTube. That is an awesome cat sticker thingy. Oh, that's great. I was gonna say something, and I forget what it was. I don't know. Must not have been that important. Right, Hunter's Keep. It's a hump of dark rock, swathed in mist like 100 other undersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the false starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. I have a 75% chance to spy on the house before I go and approach it. So, I feel like I'm obligated to take that. This place may not be as simple as it seems. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor. Grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. "Soon," she says, and the piano music falters and stops. "We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you." The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. "Hush." Yeah, that means you fucking undersea whale. Hush. If we don't speak of it... She frowns. "Has she seen you at the window?" You withdraw. "I succeeded the challenge." Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, I remember what I was gonna say earlier. How is the stream quality right now? I feel like the game probably sounds kind of low, but that's because it's generally kind of more on the quiet side with the ambient vocals. Ambient noises. Don't know why vocals came out. But also I'm playing around with the bitrate settings and all that kind of stuff, so let me know how the video aspect looks as well, because I've had a lot more practice with this on YouTube as opposed to on Twitch. So I need all the help I can get and feedback. That would be awesome. Alright. So, let's see. Do we want to present ourselves at the house? I mean, they definitely heard us come in, so I'm not gonna hide for long. But let's reconnoitre the island first. I'm just butchering every word tonight. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, well tucked away in a fold of the grounds. That sentence confused me for a second, and it shouldn't have. Anything else? The sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. Yeah, cool. So we have a port report. Oh yeah. We knock and we enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women wait. "A visitor!" the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The oldest sighs. "Do excuse the indecorum," she says. "Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? I am now acquainted with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep." Hell yeah. I'll join you for lunch. Yeah, So, basically, I now have the option to choose one of the sisters to talk to while we have lunch and take in the wonderful sounds of the undersea whales. Apparently, they're very, very active this time of year. Um, so we could talk with Cynthia, who is the eldest, melancholy, pensive, and occasionally dramatic. Lucy, the middle sister, who's sunny, restless, and prone to giggles. Or Phoebe, who is soft-voiced, watchful, and unpredictable. And we can also use one recent news, which we got from reading our newspaper earlier, to tempt them out and have lunch with another one of them as well. So I'm going to go with Cynthia first and go with the melancholy, pensive, and occasionally dramatic route. Because what is my life if nothing but... Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you're sitting on the hillside, above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder. An axe, a net, blood, unscented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. Okay, that's cool, Cynthia. Also, down here in my logbook, apparently far off, very far off, someone screamed. I love this game. Alright, so we have now +1 to our terror meter. We have a Tale of Terror, which we can trade for other items and whatnot later at places, to people for things. That's all that's available for now. It's gained 1 supply. Lost my hunger, which goes up as you set sail. You have a chance of gaining iron points, so you would do more damage. And now the gods of the Sea, I've got Salt's attention on me. So, it's watching me. If it even exists. Let's pray to one of the other gods of the Sea that it doesn't exist. Alright, let's go ahead and tempt these wonderful ladies out with more recent news. A knock and wait. We ask the sulphur-eyed maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured, and you're invited to lunch. I'm going to talk with... I guess after that story, we could use some happy notes, but I think I'm going to talk with Phoebe this time. Here's a story. Phoebe has a story to tell. Now if you hush, I'll fucking tell it to you. Okay, thank you. I really need to do something about that. I'm sorry, guys. It's a new house. I just moved. I'm still in a transitionary period right now. It's a thing. And I've been doing stuff to fix it, but it's a process. Anyways, Phoebe, back to your story. Of 2 lovers, parted by water. Of a raven that carried messages. Of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks. As if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The undersea shimmers below. Islands lie like the mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like the wood chips between the islands. Fast-spined things pulse in the depths. There's a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came, says Phoebe, quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there, you finish the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. And that's all for now. And we gained a memory of distant shores. We gained another supply, which is good because once the hunger meter fills up to this bar here, we lose 1 supplies. And you can also use supplies to do other things at places. We lost a terror. That's good. Storm's attention is now on us, and an ancient anger knows us. So I feel like there's something definitely going on here with these sisters, with the fact that the whole hunger thing not seeming to be very good, and the maid, every time she serves us food and gives us some of their supplies, is like scowling at us. So I feel like that might come into play later on. Call me crazy, but just maybe. So let's set sail. Let's go up to Venderbite and sell off this tomb colonist so he can be at peace. We're gonna turn off the lights and we're gonna sail in silence. Now see how after I did that, my terror meter, I don't know, I'm pointing at my screen when I should be using this cursor here because you can't fucking see my finger. This terror meter here is now going up a lot faster. That is a bad guy. You're very far away, and I would like to keep it that way. Anyways, the terror meter is going up now quicker because we are no longer in the lights. You're a weak one, but my weapons are shit, so I'm avoiding you. I'm just gonna stick to the coast. If I turn the lights on, they can see me easier and chase me. But I can see and reveal more of the map better. At the same time, it burns through my fuel quicker, though, so there's multiple benefits to not having... See, like, he just noticed my lights, and hopefully I can outrun him and get the hell away and not have to face him today. Would be awesome. So, yeah, there's all sorts of trade-offs that you have to consider as you're sailing around on the ocean, because if your terror meter gets up too high, bad shit happens. Because the sea, it is wide and dark, and terror will increase. Alright, the trouble with tomb colonists. Oh yay, we've made it to Venderbite. You've brought this decaying immigrant north. Now what? An absent friend. It is everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly. But there's someone missing. Please, bring her to me. Also, yeah, depending on the different character you start out with in the beginning and your backstory, you'll meet different people. So if I were to choose the orphan at the beginning, or one of the other characters, like, I would be having a different conversation right now with a different character, which is what's also really fucking awesome about this game. Okay, so we gotta bring him his one true love and let them be happy and live happily ever after, because we are apparently the matchmaker now. A vague commission. She went off to the Mangrove College. She needed to get out of London. But Venderbite is just as safe as the college, and I'll wager she's bored of mud by now. So I gotta look for the shady sort in the Mangrove College, which is somewhere south of here. Which, yeah, I think we gotta go that way for one of our other missions anyway. So yeah, let's do it. Let's bring two true lovers together, and their hearts shall never be separated by a sea again. Let's check out Venderbite before we leave, though, because we can hear the sound of 1,000 bandaged dead that they make as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience, or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. Assist a specialized collector. Can't do that right now. We call for help. I can't do that. Can't get wine. I can explore. I can visit the first curator.
The captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London. They call the oldest tomb colonists, but even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close.
I don't know why my voice changed so many times there, but it happens. No more light. Ooh, okay. The obsequious steward cautions you.
The curator is terribly afraid of moths.
He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There's no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Let's listen to a whispered request.
The captain. Silk skin. Not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay. Well.
7 colors?
Cosmogon. Irigo. Pelagian. Steward has a list. Find them here and there, across the wide Black Sea.
Okay, I will ask about the Grand Sanatorium, I guess. One hears the name whispered here and there in the arcades of Enderbite, after all. A long, low chuckling.
Oh, silk skin. You don't want to know.
The chuckling becomes a cough.
We don't die here below. Not unless we go to Z. So, we needed something else. Somewhere to end.
Oh. Like cremation? Maybe. Is that the only way to die down here, aside from, like, being lost at sea? And even then, it's kind of questionable, because then, even if you sink, you might just end up like one of the drowned people. Like, you know. Man. This is a place of horrible, horrible fates. Okay, I will accept the commission. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it, but I will do my best to bring you these colors.
Thank you. This poor flesh thirsts for colors.
No more words. It collapses, rustling back on the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book. Yes, the book. I forgot what his voice was now. Damn it. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume.
The curator is old. Old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do it this one last favor.
I have one of the Neathbow. It's a book for children. One page is devoted to each of the colors of the Neath, which are not found on the surface. They're very particular colors that are only found down here. So we are very lucky, if you really consider it. All of the things that we have available to us, that those surface dwellers, they'll just never understand. No siree. It's just not something that they will ever Oh no. I can't look at my chat because my fucking laptop turned off. This is horrible. Right, anyway. Okay. Awakes a Pasayan? The blue of memory and brightest coral. Cosmigan is the color of remembered suns. The fecund. The fetid. Fetid? I think it's fetid. The fungal. These flourish in the glow of cosmogony. I like pronouncing it better that way. It just seems more flourishy. Let me just go ahead and do that. I forgot to fuck with those settings. So the screen doesn't turn off, but the laptop itself does. Why did I not change that? I'm stupid. What is wrong with me? Okay, we're good now. We're good. Alrighty. Gant. G is lost in Gant, which remains when all other colors are eaten. Gant can be found where shadows are myriad. I is for Irigo. No one remembers why. Irigo colors the forgotten corners of home. Oh, Jesus. P drowns in Pelican, the color of the deepest Z. Someone has scrawled in the margin. Beyond the gate, there is a sea more sunless. Ooh. I feel like that means there's a quest somewhere to go through a gate and go into even more darker Z's. Oh man, that'll be fun if I can figure out how to do it. Vive marks for violent. When blood is shed in aspired. Fucking shut up, you little stupid whales. Stupid whales. Spied place. Violent inks. It's employed for the most desperate of treaties. Like between the whales and me, with the noises you keep making. Goddamn, this ship is not very soundproof. Page from the Neathbow for Virik. Behind your mirror, V names Virik, the color of shallow sleep. Don't know what that means, but okie dokie. That's fine. Let's gather some gossip. Along the coast of the Untersee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists. I am getting a text message, I think. Shut up. I don't need you interrupting me now, too. Oh, my God. I thought I silenced you. You're not supposed to be making noise. Am I just hearing things? I don't... Oh, no, it's just on vibrates without... Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace, but they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. Yeah, I got the port report. So now let's explore Vendor Bait before we leave. Here. Excuse me. They favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged. Swag! Like cobwebs. Tomb colonists, I fucking hate myself and want to die. Stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture. Till they laugh or they cough. 1 building in 3 seems abandoned. Okay, an unorthodox technology. Sweeter scents draw you into a shop which sells candles, lilac, lavender, honey. You fall into a discussion of the manufacture with the shopkeeper. Yes, she says, proudly displaying her missing arm. We render ourselves to good end. Oh, don't look like that. Our fats are a finer quality than any other, and we grow tired of our bodies. Down here. I've gained a tale of terror. I'll fucking say. Jesus. Lady, you can't just make fucking candles out of your arms. That's not right. It's just not right. I mean, I'm sure it works great, but no. Alright, what can I buy from these shops? I can buy some fuel. I think I'm okay with that right now. The Arcade of Size. Here, the solemn bandaged merchants of colonies trade old, cold coins for brighter things. Hollow Temple. The image of a long-snouted reptile god still stands in the temple, but no storytellers gather here. Oh, I can sell my memory of distant shores for 12 echoes. Nah, I'll hold on to that. The Carnal Lounge. Do I have tomb colonists? I can drop them off here for payment. Okay. Cool. So I can traffic them over and give them safe passage, and then they pay me for the passage over there. So that's a way to make money in this game, because you do need to try to keep that into account too, is making echoes. Alright, let's set sail again. Full speed ahead. Turn the lights off. Oh, shit. What is noticed me? Oh, great. Bats. A swarm of bats. Where can I click ya? Are you just not gonna give a shit about me? Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go this way, because we need to go south, I believe, and get, what's-his-face's honey. Honey Bunch. Sweetie Pie. Sugar Dumpling. And other names. So yes, this is my map. And there's a lot to explore. So, we could be here for a while. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay, dodge that. Found Tanachuk. Okay, cool. Fed the crew. Just gonna go ahead and keep on chugging along in the darkness. Conserve our fuel. Our terror is still relatively low and far from light or hope, and terror is increasing rapidly. Distant bells. That means that something awaits me next time I go into port. That's how you know that you can actually go and find story-related things by entering and docking into a port. Creeping tendrils of fungus, seaweed, unnameable flora. We have entered the snares. I do have to say, I really, really love the music and the aesthetic of this game. It's just... It's so good because it knows when to be understated, and then it knows when to kick it up a notch. And... listen to that music! It's just... It's so cool. Ooh, hello. You are a jellyfleur. A jellyfleur? I'm going to avoid you because you have 50 health and I do not do much damage to you. So, yeah, that's not some shit that I need to deal with right now. Huh. The world is webbed with invisible lines. You've crossed one. Tighten them, and it would split like a fruit. December 4th, 1887. Blue lightnings crawl leisurely up the funnel. Saint Erasmus dancing! The cry goes up. Fog bank. We're gonna struggle to see our foe. Yep, fog is not necessarily a good thing to have to go through because when you do, it's pretty shitty aiming. So, let's see. Oh, another scream from very, very far off. That's good to know. Let's see if we can... Oh, right, we have a Z-Bat. I forgot about that. Let's see. We should use that more. We'll go ahead and put us to a full star. Or full stop. Let's see. No islands within the Z-Bat's range. Okay. That's fine, little buddy. Don't worry. Don't stress yourself out about letting me down. I understand if your tiny little wings cannot take you that far away. Are you kidding me? This was not far at all. How did you not... Oh, we're gonna have to have a talk, Seabat. I have gained a secret. Speak to my officers to improve my abilities, or I can spend them on other things. Shepherd Isles. Excellent. This is good. And I've discovered Flitterstone Isle, Field Haven, Shepherd's Wash, the salty hinterland of a London, home to hermits, nuns, and shadowy business. Good to know. Alright, let's go. What is looking at me? I don't understand why that popped up, but okay, let's dock here. Shepherd Isles. Sheep. Lichen. Standing stones. Of course, the bearded watchman tells you, there are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly legal here. No, indeed. It's just the name of the gentleman that found the islands. Greybeard's sitting in this village square nod solemnly. The village square nod solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tales. Ask us anything. That, I don't know why that is the accent, but it's the Shepherd Isles. Alright, so do I want to have a picnic at the Standing Stones? I've still got a decent amount of echoes, but I need that for stuff later. It's only 5 echo, that's not bad. Tales of the Standing Stones. They're happy to talk about the local sites. Well, site. Tales of the Three Graves. Who sleeps beneath the turf over on that island to the northwest. Thornwell Croft. Well, let's get the port report first.
Oh, yes, my yes. There's been goings on. In the bleak light of the false stars, surface rolling like a porridge pot, up with a roar of steam and a flash of fire. 3 windows swimming, tentacles, and then we saw his highness.
There's rather a lot of this material. Yeah, these gentlemen, these fine gentlemen, have a bit of a tendency to over-exaggerate a lot of their goings-on. It's a very storytelling-based community, if you will. Oh, I can engage an officer. Hell yes. I have enough echo to do this, and these guys are great because they will actually increase some of your stats for you while they're with you. And they also provide you with more story opportunities to seek after. So that is always great. Okay, so we're gonna hire the sigil-ridden navigator. Let me guide your ship. I know all the Z. How it was. How it will be. Please. The headaches only stop when I'm working. Cool. Thank you. The nonsense here was a distraction for a while, but only the Z can help me now. Oh my god. The air. The air. It's clearer already. Let me chart a course for you. My head. My head. Appoint my new officer by dragging him and stuff and things. Yeah, that's fine. I need to actually go into the whole officers tab to do that. First officer is empty, so yes. Has that tattoo grown since you last looked? Well, he gives me 6 mirrors and 3 veils, so that's great. Gonna go ahead and speak to you real quick. I could invite him to dine with me. I need 1 supplies. I have 5. I feel like I can spare a supply. Probably. I could also increase my mirrors up to 100, but I'm gonna hold on to my secrets for now. He has an admirable appetite for so slight a fellow. Forgetfulness. Seconds, then thirds, disappear in small, hasty morsels. He is nervous, and not a gifted conversationalist. You do your best to plug the silence. When you ask about his past, he winces. I can't say, Captain. This... He taps the livid sigil on his temple, which twitches like a scorpion's sting. Has burned away my memories. I recall I have a brother, but not his name, or where he is. I remember the names of the ships I've served on, the Implicit, and the Bonnie Swan, but not their crew. How did he come by the sigil? He clutches his head. I don't know. I don't know. Thinking about it is like a fire in my skull. He grits his teeth. Someone must have hated me very much to curse me with it. But I can't even remember my enemy. I have to speak to him again to advance his story. Can I do that right now? My sleep is riddled with dreams, Captain. Dreams of bells and candles. A destination. He paces the deck. I see a lonely house lit by tallow and wick. A bell is ringing. It rings now. Do you hear it? He scratches at his sigil, which has begun to bleed. Do you know this place, Captain? Can I plot a course? A place of candles and bells. The Chapel of Lights. A northern church, where no sin is too terrible. So we gotta make it up north at some point to continue with his. Well, let's have a picnic at the Standing Stones. Actually, no, because we have 0 hunger right now, so it's not important anymore. In that case, let us talk about Thornwell Croft. What about that isle to the north, the one that isn't bridged? The wrong kind of people. The ones that farm up there, they're us, me and you. All the other versions of us. One with a trick leg, one that married his cousin, one that was buried alive. Characters out of another history. They're waiting up there, and plotting, gathering allies, waiting to make their history ours. So don't go there. You won't find them anyways, being that they hides in the barn. What the fuck? This is some fucking conspiracy theory shit. Alternate universe. It's like the goddamn, fuck, what is that effect? The one with the Berenstein Bears being spelt multiple ways. Mandela effect. Yeah, that one. That's the one. Thank you, me, for telling me that. Supplies are pretty hefty here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and make it home, I guess. Because that's all I can do story-wise around here. So I guess I'll come around here and go back up to Fallen London. Let's go ahead and set out sail. You're the one that saw me earlier. Okay, glad I avoided you. You look pretty nasty. Let's go over this way towards the lighthouse. Past it. Westergren's Fire. Oh, hey! Look at this, another port. Already. Beautiful. I haven't been out at sea long enough. Abbey Rock, okay. I mean, that's alright. They have some okay stuff. I haven't been out at sea long enough, though, to actually have it be useful to me. Because bell hasn't rung, and there's nothing up here saying that there's something that awaits me in port. Like that. Like that. Now I could go back there. But I've already come so far, it's not even worth it. I'm just gonna keep sailing towards this fog and hope that nothing horrible lurks. And wait for me behind it. Past this veil that I can hardly see. What are you? Oh. You are coral, and you are an albino moray eel. Cool, you are super strong, and I'm not gonna even bother you at all. The Promised Sea. All through this place, the song of the drownies lies shivering, sweet along the wind. I've discovered the Fathom King's hold. Hell yeah. Okay. Green glass and basalt, salt, and silence. You are a Lorn Fluke. You are super hard to defeat. You have 600 health. Alright. The Fathom King's hold. Lorcan's Port, named for that most enterprising of drownies. Phosphor cells burn green. Somewhere below, the king awaits. Like an iceberg, like a bizarre master's scheme, like the Neath itself, most of the hold is invisible. See only a tiny portion of sculpted coral. I'm going to turn down the volume slightly. I don't know. 2.5 minus seems like an okay volume. I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll see. Once I rewatch this stuff, hopefully it saves it, actually. It would be very nice if it did. But, we'll see. I will keep it at... Yeah, this. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, like an iceberg, all that kind of stuff. See only a tiny portion of sculpted coral. The rest waits below the surface. The Fathom King's bone rooms and aquarium, his pearl snares, and his dining chambers. I would need a 1Z story to actually have an audience with the Fathom King himself. I don't know if I should permit shore leave here, because I feel like I may lose some sailors if I do. I don't want that to happen. Ooh, they have a particular appetite for Scintillac, which I need for, to get more information about my father's bones, so... I'm just gonna go ahead and compile a port report as the porter watches me write and says nothing. Others who come and go. Those granted audience return dazed, awestruck. The king is not generous, but occasionally he's fair. Occasionally. Right, I'm gonna say no shore leave for you guys, and go ahead and take off, but at least I know where the Fathom King's hold is, and I can return there at a later date. Now, because I didn't do anything there aside from the port report, the something awaits me in port thing never disappeared. So the next place I stop, I will hopefully be able to do something story related. Let's check the map out, actually. I am super far south, like so much further than I expected to be. Okay, cool. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, goodness gracious. You leave me alone, please. No, do not. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you. Ah, man. Please don't chase me. Please don't chase me. I need to find a port. Oh, God, you're firing at me. Shit. Come on, I just gotta make it to port. I just gotta... Oh, no. No, please no. Oh, my hull's at 69. Look at that. Great. Fuck. 63. Okay. Stop. Stop. I am useless against you. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're safe. But safer nonetheless. Sizzling vapors rise from the sea. Time slips sideways. A coil of rope has stung a stoker, and his fellows beat it to death. We are under the hand of the Iron Republic. Okay. A brisk spatter of spray. The undersea is restless. Okay, we've made it to the Iron Republic. Hell's client state. Be wary. Their laws are not the laws of man or nature. Factory engines roar like false lions. Blood thunders in the dock pipes. Crimson lightning skitters across the deck, leaps to the rail, curls there like a cat. The city is reflected in glassy, calm harbor water. The citizens there have the heads of dogs and serpents. Hell has brought freedom to the Iron Republic. Freedom from all laws, even those of nature. Okay, I would need much more terror to actually listen. And I don't know if that would be a good thing to do anyway. So maybe it's a good thing that I don't have that much terror. I have 40. The terror of the Z is less here, even though it doesn't feel like it should be, but I'm glad it is. Ooh, I can get an officer. I can get a gunner. Substantially increases iron.
Captain, are you looking for a gunner? I'm looking for a ship. Here are my references. Here are more references. Here's my design for the whistling shell. Here's my colleague. He'll stay on shore. Here's my hand. Will you take it?
Sure. I like your gusto. Like your gusto, buddy. You can come along. Tag along with me.
Oh, this is interesting. Room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. Wait, let me make notes. Paper.
Righto. So I have 50 echoes. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use cheery enthusiasm is a welcome but unnerving trait in a gunner. Yeah, you have a point. +8 iron? Hell yes. Okay, speak to.
Hello! What can I do for you? I have lists.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just do what you're doing. I forgot I named myself something that ridiculous. Okay, Rin Tin Tin and a Tiki Taki Two. What am I doing with my life, guys? I could go to the Market of Hungers, the Parliament of Flies. With its spires and sigils, is it a parody of the bazaar? Today, flies fill its arcades. Buzz buzz. Compile a port report.
It won't be entirely straightforward. The streets won't lie straight, and the ink freezes whenever you look away from the inkwell.
I will do it anyway.
New passions. The sensations of this republic are overwhelming. This is a desire for years. That is a hatred for fountains. Here is an emotion that can only be expressed mathematically. Now you are awash with a nostalgia for the hatching of the egg. Write it down. Write it all down. Perhaps you'll be rid of it.
The Parliament of Flies is now open for business, and I've gained a tale of terror and a memory of distant shores. Oh, and 1 hearts. Hell yes. That's awesome. I like that. Okay, well, I can't fund this because I would need a lot of devil bone dice and a lot of Stygian ivory, but I will help you with that eventually. I should make that a priority. I need Stygian ivory and devil bone dice. You guys should remind me of that at some point. It'd be helpful. The Market of Hungers, with its spires and sigils. Yeah. The Merc Folds. Visit the Shops tab. I've gained 1 terror and 1 fragment. Okay. Shops. House of Pleasures.
The flies will caress you with their wings. Hurry up and purchase something. What? Fuel is super cheap here, so yes, please. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I probably didn't need that much, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Buy Judgment's eggs for a colossal fluke core. You can sell Scintillac for stuff. So this is another way to make money in this game, is by actually acting as, you know, a merchant and bringing goods from one dock to another. So I could spend the entire game just doing that if I wanted to. But I'm focusing more on the story-based stuff because that's, in my opinion, what makes the game really fun. Though it is very satisfying to just kind of get lost in this game for hours. I'm going to let you pass by before I attempt to leave. I'm running super low on supplies and pretty high on terror, so I'm going to go ahead and go out to sea, turn off my lights, and go up this way. Hope you do not see me. You're going to see me. I'm going to go down this way first. Stay away. Do not see me, please. Oh, God. What have I done? What have I done? Okay, full speed ahead. This is fine. We're okay. Do not catch fire, please. My engines will occasionally explode if I overuse that. I just need to outrun you, and we will be okay. Okay. Alright, we're good. This thing is Adam's Doom. I'm not gonna get close to that. That sounds like a horrible experience. Do not want to see what Adam's Doom would be like. I believe Blink 182 already know enough about that. Alright, let's continue up this way. Music's kicking in a little bit again. I don't know how much you can hear it. I don't know, hopefully this will save and I'll be able to actually go back and look at Giannotti Harbor. Cool. Be able to go back and watch it and double check on what I need to do to improve the quality going forward. Oh, this is, okay, yeah, this is the place that you can go and visit the surface if you have enough fuel and supplies, which we do not have anywhere near that right now. But you can get a lot of good stuff up there. A lot of very expensive stuff up there. Here the dark waters run down from the surface, from a brighter sea. The Cumin Canal staging area. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shadowed turns to the sunlight of the surface. So yeah, we need, how much? 22 fuel and 2 supplies. Can I buy fuel? I can for 20, so yeah, I don't have anywhere near enough. So ideally, the way to do this would to come back here fully stocked with money and everything. Hit up the Iron Republic for all the fuel, sail back here, and then go up. Because it would be so much cheaper to do it that way. This fuel there is only 6 per. So that's like 14 echoes cheaper. It's ridiculous. Fucking inflation, man. Listen for surface gossip. Yeah, sure. The ships of the surface linger here. This is their lifeline to a warmer place. Not Warner, not Time Warner. This isn't the fucking Animaniacs, goddammit. Get out of here with that shit, Freakazoid. A sorry end. A card game ends badly when one surface sailor knifes another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble from the coins that spill from her pockets. but you could snatch up a scrap of paper that they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, code names. Spy's work? Ooh, I have managed to find myself one moves in the great game. The nations of Europe and beyond compete for influence. Their plots reach even to the Neath. The admirable diplomat, among others, will be interested to hear this. So yes, I can trade it to them for stuff. I can also, I think, put multiples of these together to get something better that I can trade in for more stuff from them. If I remember correctly, I don't know if I do. Gather information for a port report. Many ships pass this way, but perhaps you'll pick up something that they missed. Business as usual. The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe in all the Undersea, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I can't buy anything else, so let's go ahead and continue on home. Where am I at? I am still super far down. I may have overextended myself getting here. I think I'll make it back to Fallen London, but it's gonna be kind of close. So that'll be fun. That'll be a good experience. I don't think we'll starve to death by the time we get back there, but my people certainly aren't going to be happy. I'm glad I got that extra fuel, though, because I don't think I would make it otherwise. I could probably take you on and show you guys some combat and get food, I think, as well from fucking you up, because you only have 20. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's show these gentlemen and ladies, viewers. I missed. How did that miss? Come on, that's bullshit. Ow. Screw you, you stupid Oriole megalops. Okay, cool. 7. Right. So yeah, there we go. Cool. So it takes a while to fill up the box. The more it's full, the higher of a chance you have of actually hitting whatever you're aiming at. And it'll fill up quicker if you have whatever you're aiming at in your headlights. So it's kind of a clunky way of doing battle, but I like it, especially once you have better weapons and better aiming lights and all that kind of stuff. Better engines so you can turn better. All that kind of fun, upgradable googags. The Megalops defeated. With a forlorn and wailing cry, the Megalops turns on its backs, legs neatly folded. As bluish blood gouts from its wounds, its golden glow begins to dim. So I can either butcher it for supplies, which I think would probably be the best idea for me to do, or I could dissect it for knowledge, which gives me a 77% chance of success. I think that only gives me fragments. I don't know. But some sort of beetle has invaded my morsel of a ship's biscuit. It waggles its antennae impertinently. Get out of here, you pesky beetle. Alright, I guess we'll butcher it for now. Oh, that's right. It doesn't give me actual supplies. It just gets rid of my hunger. I forgot about that. Okay, well, I know that for next time now. It's pale and salty meat. The crew will feast. That glowing flesh is unstable. It crisps and withers as the glow fades. So eat while it's fresh. I bet it tastes delicious. The radiation is what gives it the extra flavor. Recommended by none out of none doctors. A fallen stone. Now and then, rocky fragments fall from the roof of the Neath. The decks of older ships are pocked with scars. The sound is one no landlubber knows, and no sailor will ever forget. This one has smashed the glass of a deck binnacle. Ill omen, one sailor cries. The god on the roof. Storm is angry. Do nothing.
Storm, one of the 3 nameless gods of the sea, is an absurd superstition. Or I could sacrifice my last supply to avert misfortune. Because in the stories, Storm is the noisiest, angriest, and least reasonable of the sea gods. Better not take chances. How far away am I from fucking London? Oh no. Oh no. Fuck, do I chance it, guys? Do I chance it? I feel like that's a bad idea, but I can't spare the 1 supply. Shit. Okay. Mutters of disapproval. They want you to offer wine and fish to appease the god, or the god will be cross. Well, Sodom. You're in charge. And they're not the proposing to pay for the wine. That, and we don't have any food to spare right now. Know something of the 3 gods of the sea. Yes, there are powers, indeed, and I've gained 5 terror. I am now fearful. Fear of the wide black sea and the things beyond. Okay, cool. Well, time to head on back, because we are making progress. We're almost there. Getting there. Just gotta keep trucking, and then I think that is where I'm gonna end it for the night, actually. Wow. Yes, we've made it to home waters. Sailors dawdle at the rail, watching for the lights of London. So this is Quaker's Haven. We've discovered Mutton Island and gained another secret. Excellent. That is always good to have. Let's see what this does. The scent of the sea. Salt and frost and cellars. Black spices. Fires on the hillside. Quaker's Haven. Once, the simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs. Before London fell, the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises beyond town. Wandering parson, I cannot do. Need other stuff for that. Drinks in the Cock and Magpie. There's only one public house on the island. The Cock and the Magpie is famed for its local cider and, of course, the seafood. Explore the shore. I could. That would get rid of most of my echoes, though. Chat to the fisherman. I only need 1 echo for that. And I would get a port report for that, so I definitely want to do that. I could buy fuel for 20 echo. No. Supply 30 for it. Jeez. No, we're very steep, and I'm almost back in London. I'll be fine until then. Yeah. If you could stop making noise, that would be great. That would be wonderful. I would love you forever. No. Okay. I see what I'm worth to you. In Greats. Visit the hilltop above town. Well. Do I wanna... 77% chance of success. Not much wind on the undersea, but the Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicable local fragment of weather. And the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. Well, first off, I'm going to do the port report. They sail the sea around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here. But you'll need coin to open their mouths. Pirates plying the waves. Smugglers at their work. Connate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. Yes, very good. Very good. Let's go with the hilltop above town this time. Why not? Toasting the wind. I succeeded. Good. Okay. Excellent. You stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards.
As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge. Then, nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly, like a god cut in half. What a noise! It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least, that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly one. Pages is esoteric and occasionally practical knowledge, and it also increases the speed at which I convert fragments into secrets, so that's definitely beneficial for me. Gained more terror, yay, and some fragments. Hello, okay. That's not really much else I can do, so on we go, back to London. And then we'll do what we can there and call it a night. What's this over here? Anything? Yeah, I already read that one. World is webbed. Visible lines. Don't want to tighten them. That would be bad. You don't want the world to split open like a fruit. How would we survive on it if that were to happen? Probably shouldn't be coming all the way out here, but I don't think it really matters. I feel like I'm close enough to home. I can just wander slightly. I know where we are. Okay, so this guy is on the surface, the sun still warms the earth, or so one assumes. Tears. Your cheeks are wet. You think for a moment that it's sweat, but then the sorrow hits you, like a falling stalactite. You are weeping. You double over. Inconsolable. Okay, do I stifle my sobs? Why this sorrow, or... sometimes you just gotta let it out. The flood tide. Your crew watch in alarm as you collapse to the boards. Tears burst from your eyes. Your body is racked with sobs. It passes as suddenly as it started, but your thoughts are stained dark with unlikely grief. Well, I've gained one more. We're fine. We're fine. We're almost back. Nothing to worry about. So, yeah, this is just a light ship. Its clear, bright beam warms the way. It's a lot of money for fuel here as well. I mean, technically it's pretty much the same almost anywhere else you go. London is cheaper, and Iron Republic is cheaper. I'm not sure where else, but there's really not much you can do here unless you have recent news. So that's the other use for that. Instead of having another sit down with the sisters, you can use it for, I think, a sea story by trading at the light ships, if I remember correctly. I'm not completely sure about that, though. I'm like 90% sure about that, which I probably say more often than I should. But that's okay. We've made it back to fallen London now. Let's see what awaits. We are down to no supplies left, so we made it just in time. Fuel we're still okay with. The revenue men. Her enduring majesty's customs service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. I'll do what I want, thank you very much. What
them do their worst, nothing to hide. Also reduce my suspicion if it's 5 or more, which I can only do with no contraband on me, which I don't have any, so I don't have to worry about that. Declare all controlled goods. So yeah, untaxed souls or romantic literature I'm carrying, and any smuggled sunlight I have to give up. Or I could use this to talk my way out in the future, and this one I can hide shit, but I don't have to do anything, so do your worst.
Vexed and frustrated,
They roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites.
At last, they leave. Okay, breath of relief. Lights of London welcome you home. As soon as the gangplank touches the quayside, the terrors of the deep sea lighten. Walk taller, smile more readily. But what dreams may cling? So this is another interesting mechanic in this game. So, if you have more than 50 terror when you come back to London, you end up having to deal with nightmares and shit later on. If you come back before 50, you don't have that issue, and you can actually lower your by doing like shore leave and stuff. So there's different ways to play, trying to avoid it. I haven't found it very easy to avoid having any less than 50 terror, but maybe that's just because I go on extra long trips. I'm sure if you did it like super close by and then just headed back and forth and got rid of terror as quickly as you could, you might be able to do it. Who knows? Right. So, suffer nightmares. Collect messages from the Harbour Master. All the clatter and song of the dark side. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Now, I have no idea how you would actually get this one. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. That's the one we just did. It's only... yeah, okay. It's only for if you have more than 50 terror, and then it just does that. Gets rid of it and gives you the nightmares. Okay. Let's see what's... something has changed underneath. Another day. Time, the healer. Your time at Z will change you. And London. Someone wants to sign on, so I can hire somebody, another officer probably. Another free evening, and the Rose Market is unlocked as well. A little gift. This guy seems pretty shady.
A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call a mentor, is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation. It's not how it's pronounced, but it's how I pronounce it. On account of he is so fond of sea captains.
Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Seems pretty good to be true, but I do have a lot of space open in my hold. So I could use that. Probably give me some supplies, maybe some fuel, who knows what else. I need to know more about this patron. What's the catch here?
He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar, and public house, and there's no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can get on board with that. A courteous nod.
Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts, and to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome and give you any safe conduct that you might require. Good evening to you."
He salutes and is gone. 10 fuel, 5 supplies, and I have +1 menaces. Oh, you rapscallion. This will increase as you conduct criminal activities or have conduct with rough sorts. The higher your suspicion, the more fiercely the excise will search your Cool. Excellent. Consider a specialist surgeon. Huh. I need a doctor, don't I? Do I? Oh, no. I have one. I have this guy. I do want to give him up eventually. She's available for work. Let me check out London real quick first. University. I need 1 secret. Okay. It's an inexhaustible appetite for secret Z specimens and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. Sure. I will waste 1 secret on that because I have pages which gives me more secrets in the long run anyway. Quite impressed.
"Oh yes," the university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. "Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you."
He explains, teeth glinting. I have 3 secrets left. The root of all good. I can use them to improve my skills by discussing them with officers, or I think there's a few other things I can do with them at like specific ports, but I don't remember which ones.
"A twist in your tale. You are now Favor's antiquarian.
I've combed the Z for stories and other treasures, and I've gained 1 more pages.
Hell yes. The alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her. Is it her? Appointment as her university maritime liaison was precautionary to keep his, is it his? Razor sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. "Ah, yes,"
the scholar whispers breathily.
"I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me?"
If I have any knowledge items that they'll buy, okay. So I could sell some of this stuff for echoes. I forget how much this gives me, though. I think I'm going to save the rest of them. Yeah, because it only gives me 10 echo. It's not really worth it. I can use those for other better stuff, I believe. As the alarming scholar listens, tears well in the depths of those shining, or is it blazing, eyes. They overflow, splashing onto the desk blotter. "Stop!" She sobs at last. "This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring the macabre memories I wish each individual tone recalled." Okay, so, I need 1 more Favors Antiquarian point to reach level 2, which means that I can sell different things, I think. I can also sell Searing Enigmas, Dread Surmises, for an actual story-related option. Extraordinary Implications. So I think I need Extraordinary Implications to make Searing Enigmas. And then I can either sell them 1 at a time, or I can save up 7 of them. And, yeah. Discover what lies behind that option. So I'm going to leave the university for now. I've got business to attend to, and besides, the scholar keeps snapping his,
Her? Teeth, like a mechanical trap. Right, okay, let's visit the Rose Market. Why not? It bustles on Rosier's Wharf. Perhaps you can find a buyer for some of the curiosities you found at Z, which I don't really have many, but it changes each time you come back to London after a while, so... anyone exotic tastes and gumption to harass Z captains, collectors, and eccentrics. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make one trade per visit. Choose wisely. They will pay above the usual price for specific goods. So, watchful curios, which you don't have. Yeah, that, which you don't have. I could waste my free evening on this, but I would rather do something else with it because I don't have any of these things to sell here. So it's pointless to waste it. I'll go to London again real quick, and I will check the recruit. Who awaits my attention? He's a brisk campaigner. Hoy, you need a real physician. None of your surgeons. Hearts and iron. A haunted doctor.
Please, I must leave this place. I can work my passage. I'm a doctor.
Or I can just get one sailor with 5 echo. I can't afford either of these people, so let's consider a specialist surgeon and see. The Clattery Air. She's staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she's available for work.
I specialize in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at Z.
30 echo. I have enough for her. Hearts and iron. These hearts and pages. Pages I have... How much? 27? Oh, man. I guess I'll hire her. She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone.
Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Let us look at my officers. Hearts +6, iron +6, as opposed to 1 and 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then probably won't saw the wrong limb off. She is an expert in amputation, so much better. Cool. And oh yeah, my comatose ferret is my mascot. Mostly it's immobile. Occasionally it's feral. A weary roll of the eye. Play, that eye roll says. Play. I played once, in the happy warrens of London, before you installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. It's an eloquent eye roll. He does look kind of, cranky, doesn't he? Alright, well, let's see. Let's go back to London. Check out the Admiralty's survey office. Trade these in real quick. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of your enduring majesty notionally. 5 echo, 1 favor, and 1 fuel. Yeah, you get 1 fuel for every one you turn in.
What have the nearly dead been up to then?
So I could use fails to try to submit the crazy talk of Shepherd Isles as fact, but right now I only have a 20% chance of success with that, so we do hear some unlikely tales of that place.
I agree. It does seem implausible. So many of the stories from that place do. Still, there's a little gold of truth in the mud of rumor, from time to time. Your payment, Captain. 10 echo. Nice. So yeah, I think you get more echo and maybe a second favor if you manage to
pass it off as fact, but I'm far, far way away from that. I only have 28 veils, so yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. Well, if you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. Yeah. Iron Republic. Excuse me. I need to unlock this. And this. Oops. And this. Could you place your report inside? Yes. I imagine someone will read it. Eventually. There's always someone. Wait. This is blank. Yes. Both sides. No. I assure you. No. I know. These things happen in the Republic. Consider this an ex gratia payment to cover your costs. Lost 1 terror. Yay! I guess because they know that what it's like to have to visit that place. So I get that sympathy. Terror loss? I don't know. Fathom King's Hold. What's the old monster 2 up now? 30 Echo. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. Quaker's Haven. Been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we? I think I went to a lot of places, but I didn't actually go to the place that I was supposed to go. I have a lot of fuel, too. I need supplies, though. Quaker's Haven. Yeah. And, asked to speak to the Dark Spectral Admiral. Do I have an appointment? No. But, let's,
Apparently I'm to show you in anyway. Very well.
You need at least 3 favors to talk to him.
I've ushered into the office off Mansion's pyre, a cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk.
Ah, yes. The merchant captain, of whom we hear such complicated things. He can purchase intelligence from me for stuff. I can buy fuel with... I can buy fuel with Admiralty's favor. Vital intelligence, which I don't have. Could be created from 2 pieces of strategic information or earned through spy networks and some other opportunities. Moves of the great game. I'm pretty sure I can do stuff with that. I will ask what he needs. Yeah, visit a port. Interested in the port report. Visit places of particular interest in ports. And ports. Cool. Revelatory charts. Stuff that I can do. Right. Okay. I'm gonna check something real quick. Moves in the great game. Maybe I can't make stuff out of that. I feel like I can, but I don't know. I have a surprising amount of cargo room left. I only have 80 echoes. I don't need fuel. I do need supplies though. I guess I should go ahead and just stock up on supplies. Man, okay. I need to get more port reports for something. Get some more money. Need to find other stuff that I can do to make more money though. Right, I think there's something else I can do. Yeah, I can carouse in Wolfstack Docks. No danger here, try to enjoy yourself. Reduce my terror, and I might run into trouble or romance. Pretty good odds. 80% chance of success? Sure. Good night out. Sea shanties, good companionship, and the warmth of a pub fire. It's fortunate. Lost 5 terror. Nice. Oh, I've lost 20 echo. I should have... God damn it. Whatever. I think that was my entrance fee for it anyway. I think it warned me about that. I'm tired. It's late, guys. Been doing for this for 2 hours. It's 2:17. Jesus. I should probably stop being as noisy as I am. I have one recent news. Excellent. I can't collect more than one at a time, which is kind of bullshit, but it's alright. It's okay. Well, I've got a pretty good bunch of surgeons doing stuff. I need to go get Scintillac. That's my main thing. Alright, how much? One Scintillac, that's it. I guess I need to go east next time. So, on the next video, we'll be setting back out from here. Good old London. I guess we can probably visit the sisters again. Or maybe I should waste... Yeah, we'll visit the sisters. I will use my recent news to go and get a sea story on the way out. And we will try to find that Scintillac and get the better port report for the place. I need to, before I forget, actually, I need to actually heal my ship. Dry dock, here we go. No, I don't need that. I don't have any money. Oh no, I forgot. Forgot to do it before I wasted all my money. Well, this is gonna suck. We will see how I manage to fare getting where I need to go with a damaged ship on the next video. I hope you all have a great night. I hope this stream didn't come out like shit. And if it did, I'm sorry about the quality. I will try to improve that for next time. But for now, I'm heading out. I'm heading to bed. Maybe grab a snack. A past midnight snack of some sort. I'm gonna stop rambling. I think this was decent for, Right, I can pause it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, on that note, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for joining in. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Peace.